There are calls for a targeted approach to the implementation of the free senior high school policy, and this featured prominently among more than 1,000 reviews submitted to the Natl Education Forum committee. While speaking at the launch of the Educational Consultative Forum in Ho, the President, John Dramani Mahama, assured that the forum's recommendation will not be ignored. He urged participants to approach the attacks with courage and objectivity. Presidential Affairs correspondent Maxwell Agwagwa reports.
Parents, teachers, members of civil society organizations, all the relevant stakeholders are gathered here today at the Volta Syrian Hotel, where the launch will be taking place, and then further engagement will happen.
The Ghana Catholic Bishops' Conference and the Christian Council of Ghana raised concerns about being excluded from the list of invitees for the forum. President Mahama apologized, stating that the invitation had been delayed.
But first, let me express my sincerest apologies on behalf of the planning committee of the forum to our stakeholders of the faith-based organizations for the unpardonable omission committed in your delayed invitation to this forum. I am aware that the omission was very speedily remedied, but you still deserve an unqualified apology for this oversight. And since you are the purveyors of God's mercy on earth, I'm sure that you are forgiving us. Thank you very much. And we know you are important stakeholders because you own some of the schools. And so this educational forum is important to see how we carry everybody together.
A common theme of the conference was the call for a targeted approach in implementing social interventions in the education sector, especially the free senior high school policy. Members of the National Education Reform Committee, Kofi Asari and Dr. Samuel Wuku, noted that there were suggestions in that regard.
And obviously one of the issues that have been raised about relating to cost efficiency and sustainable financing of free senior high school. People are recommending that the policy must be targeted so that the poorest of the poor will be given more support, including shopping for prospectus items, so that their inability to shop their prospectus shouldn't deprive their children of education. We know that significant numbers are unable to enroll because they are unable to raise money to pay for their prospectus.
In a keynote address on the topic increasing access to quality education for marginalized groups, Professor Emmanuel Champon urged the government to focus on supporting the needy in implementing the free senior high school policy.
I hope that we critically examine all sectors of our education system so that it will allow us to understand clearly where we can improve access to disadvantaged groups. We should be guided by the evidence and not simply by the ideology. And I'm pleased that this forum is taking evidence very seriously. We should, however, not implement free SHS in a way which, on the face of it, appears to benefit the poor, which in actual fact is a subsidy for the rich.
President Mahama urged participants of the forum to approach their task with objectivity and courage.
As a government, we are fully committed to this process. And the outcomes of this conference, I assure you that your recommendations are not going to gather dust on a shelf. They will not become symbolic recommendations, but they will form the foundation of a comprehensive reform agenda to build an inclusive, equitable, and transformative education system for Ghana and for the benefit of all Ghanaians. And so we'll prioritize the actionable reforms proposed here with clear timelines and measurable outcomes to guide our steps. Regular updates on progress will be shared with the public to build trust and transparency.